Hello everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost and I'm very excited to present to you Blessings. Blessings is a very old journal that I have made. She's actually made from an old book, and she is adorned with so many beautiful things, and she is stuffed with so much rich history. I want to give you a little tour. She's a big fat chunky monkey, and she has a beautiful marbled face. She has metal corner tips. She's been gilded in copper all the way around. That's Holly, my parrot, saying hello, right on cue. She has lace trim on the front, a metal book plate with the word Blessings nestled on some coffee-dyed cheesecloth. On her spine, she has an exposed spine, and she has this beautiful piece of glass vintage jewelry dangling from her spine dangle. And she has a little seam binding bow. And flip this little girl over. There's nothing little about this little girl. And she has a beautiful marbling on the back. And let me give you her statistics and we'll take a quick peek inside. So basically, she is 8 by 5.5 with a 1.5 inch spine. And, oh, didn't measure the gator mouth. And this is with her tied shut, so take that into account because she will want to open when you open her. About an 8-inch gator mouth. There's a healthy chunker, right? And just so you know that a lot of the bulk will reduce if you remove a lot of the ephemera inside, so she will shrink down to a normal writing style junk journal if you so choose. But she is built with 4 signatures inside. And she has a total of 224 pages. She has a very old antique skeleton key attached here on her closure, which is made out of the coffee-dyed cheesecloth, and also an old vintage and antique glass button collection down here, ended with a little thread on the bottom. Very cute. And let's see. Oh, she also comes with a piece of handmade art. This is a pen and ink drawing that I have included with this. It's dated and signed by me, and that will also go with this journal. Okay, and let's open her up and see what's inside. Let's see what's inside. Okay, now she does love to open up a little bit because she's just, you know, she's a comfortable girl. Yeah, she likes to spread out and breathe a little bit. That's kind of a cool way to store her on a shelf as well, if you want to open her up and show all her glory. But let's take a look inside. Let me reorient everybody here. Okay, so here is her beautiful spine dangle. As we open up this little girl, and we go inside. She has some I'm going to go through relatively quickly because she does have a lot of stuff, and I want the person who purchases this to have some surprises as well. But you're going to find a lot of butterfly, flutterby imagery in here, a lot of nature, beautiful things like that combined with old ephemera. And this is a full page from a 1980 or 1897, a very old piece of paper, ledger. There is a little note a little about this junk journal tucked in here. This is a removable pocket, and it has some very interesting things tucked in here. Looks like a certificate of some sort, and beautiful stamping. Here's a very old library card with original signatures. This is some more very old ephemera from 1911. There is some demonetized money in here, which is kind of cool. If you think the artwork on here is very beautiful. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Would it be better for you to see? But the artwork is truly stunning on these old bills. I just love them. And here is a very old, could be vintage, could be antique, but this is Fordakis Fabriken. This, I believe, is from Sweden or Denmark, but very beautiful artistry. Some card collection that is done over there. That was gifted to me. Thank you very much. And I just thought it was so lovely. I wanted to share it. This is a page from a book. It's called Everything Lovely, and I just turned it into a giant journal card, so you can write on the back of this. It is removable. This is a red cabbage dyed paper with a little topper at the top. Some old dictionary, beautiful pages. Here's a couple flips. Here's one that flips out. And then here's a little side tuck. And here's one that flips up to reveal extra surprises. And here's a big Victorian trade card, very beautiful, with some poems on the back. And here is a vintage bartender's record. And here is a sugar ration data from, I would imagine this is pretty old. I don't know if I have a date on it, but it's very cool. When they were rationing sugar, that was a while ago. Here is a beautiful old vintage birthday card tucked in here, in amongst this flashcard. Here's some beautiful vocabulary cards tucked into some butterfly pockets and some birds for a tab. Here's a lovely, beautiful postcard nestled into a doily as a pocket. And that's just going to go right in here. And this is somebody's typing from 1940 as they were training in school. And here's an old letter. And here is some records from somebody who went to the school to the parents of, and first month, second month, third month, fourth month. So they're grading. See the school report, the children's work. Dorothy Morris in 8th grade. I think she did very well. And here is a vintage paper doll tucked into a butterfly pocket on some music paper. And here's a beautiful little photo from somebody from very early days. Love those glasses. Love those glasses. Yes, I do. Okay, could we get better? Yeah, let me raise this up. There we go. I think it'll be more, the focus will be better. Here's a little bird pocket. We're in the center. A very cool old postcard. Here is a journal card with some leaf on it for fun. And here's a very old 1911 reception and ball card. That's a real one. Here's some old lottery tickets and a very, it's a coin that is defunct at this point. Here's an old letter envelope. Some ledger. Here's an authentic vintage, it's an antique Victorian calling card. Okay, from days gone by. Here's an old ticket. That's a real one. Here's some beautiful onion skin paper that somebody wrote a note on. I believe it's from the railroad company. A little newspaper article and a little category card. Here's some authentic blueprint. And this is a very pretty little tuck. More pockets, more, here's a religious card. Recipe Healths for All, a little booklet, all sorts of fun things to explore in there. Knox gelatin recipe. This lovely little girl opens up for some inspiration to write. And here's a very pretty little picture. I think it was taken from a greeting card, turned into a journal card. And here is a lovely postcard that has lots of writing on it. Somebody had a lot to say back in not 1945. Not sure if I can see the date on this one, but it's definitely old. 5 to maybe 1910. Here's a very old card. I believe that's German. And here's a mushroom card from the Ukraine. I just love these very old cards. Here's an upsy downsy tuck with some Flourish and Fantasy cards from my DigiKits. And this is a beautiful bookmark with historical imagery on it. Some old book pages and a side tuck. A stamp staircase descending page. Just a beautiful image from the Beaches DigiKit. And here is a real stereoscopic Viewmaster card to look at, the 8th wonder of the Eagle Clock. And so that's kind of neat to have. And this is some authentic ledger from 1841. And these are 2 slide outs. These are authentic Victorian calling cards again. And here are some beach scenes from days gone by. More music paper. Here's a prepaid stock from the Oklahoma City Building and Loan. And you can open that up and explore that. And this is a very cool little piece that I came across in some vintage collection. Okay. This is also from the beach scene. This is a real piece of Victorian ephemera from advertising. This is burdock, blood, and bitters. Sometimes the pictures have nothing to do with what the artwork looked like, but they got the people to pick it up because they loved the artwork. And here's a very old and tattered ticket baggage boarding piece of paper. Very kind of cool. And this is a new old reproduction. This was gifted to me, this beautiful angel. Thank you very much. She just looks lovely in there. And this is trimmed with coffee dyed cotton muslin. Some writing pages, a little cluster in the corner here. And just back up a little bit more so you can see. It's probably going to slide down. So, okay. And in here we have some identification. And this is another Victorian calling card. And this is an insurance piece of paper with some stamping. And this is from the eco-printed. This is eco-printed DigiKit, which I used plants to do the eco-printing. This was found. I came across this old card that somebody made out of dried plants. Yeah, beautiful papers in here to write on. Here's some hand-drawn flourishes. Very easy to do, very fun. Beautiful center section here. Lots of papers to write on. Here's a beautiful page of butterfly and mushroom stamps. And here's a little note for autumn. As you can see, there's lots of writing paper in here. Avocado dyed papers, unique papers. Here's another big Victorian trade card. Some wallpaper, some ledger and green specialty ink dyed papers. More writing paper. And here's a beautiful wraparound butterfly envelope that there's some nice things inside there. Here are some beautiful flip-ups where you can just enjoy yourself, have a good time, and oh, this one goes this way. You can write some pretty things in there. And I believe this is from the Pink Theme Collection DigiKit. And here is the stenciling we did with washi tape. So that was a lot of fun. If you haven't seen that video, I'll try and link it down below. More, this is from the red cabbage die. I'm still looking for a red cabbage so I can show you guys how to do that. It's very easy. And here's another beautiful little vintage card. I believe this is also from the pink theme. This is also from the pink theme. This little journal card that I made. And this is my handmade paper. Made that personally. And here's a big journaling card, and it has a vintage octagon label in here. Here is a $3 state of New York currency. That was kind of interesting. It's probably for a festival that was going on. 13th day of August, 1776. It was probably in memorandum of that. There's an envelope in here with some fun things inside. Juxtaposed bird images. From a DigiKit, here's more flutterby. Here's some beautiful writing stationery that is vintage. Here's a piece of an old stock certificate and some more beautiful stamps on a green paper. Here's a lovely bag filled with beautiful envelopes. We made these bags not too long ago. And here's a little flip. She has all sorts of things tucked in here. And this one has a little something here. And we have all sorts of goodies tucked in here. And this is a removable card. Here's a, I believe, oh, this plant actually came out of a book from the 1800s. I don't know if the plant is actually that old, but it did come out of a book from the 1800s, which is kind of cool. There's a little flip up and a flip down, and you've got some fun things to discover in here. Newspaper, an old picture, and more Victorian trade cards. Here's a little bit of lace border, a beautiful old German book. More paper to write on, more DigiKit, and more old ephemera. Piano. That's a piano. And here's some more stamp collage. And here's a little flip. Here's a little gift tag that you can use, maybe for Christmas or a holiday or something like that, tucked into the flutterby. And just some more lovely old book page and some really cool photos. Here's a calling card and some old business ephemera. And this is a belly band with interesting things tucked underneath her. Here's some beautiful lace. And this has some newspaper. And this is a gourd. Oh, this was kind of cool the way they wrote this. So I put it here so you could read the whole thing. But it is glued down. And it's a beautiful old card with a lovely letter inside. Oh, a little sticking there. And here's another one of these gorgeous cards from, I believe it's Denmark or Sweden. Oh, I might be wrong, but it is wonderful. I did some stamping on here. More flourish accents there. This is some stencil work I did. Here's a beautiful old vintage card and envelope I added in here. And here is a row of stamps for this page. So there is a lot of writing room in here, but there is a lot of historic, old, authentic, antique, and vintage ephemera in here as well. So lots of things for you to hunt and explore and have a good time finding. So this is a double belly band. There's one here, and then there's also one on top. So you can check those out to see what you might find under there. A little wooden heart, more handmade stenciling with the washi tape, and some little pockets. This one goes this way. I need to remember to wait till things are dry. I'll get those free. And then these here. And just fun things, little advertisements from days gone by. And here is I call it the prison cell because it looks like it's like a belly band with 3 things. So just kind of fun there playing with that one, and I thought it looked kind of cool. Maybe come up with a better name than the prison cell, huh? Okay, so here is a kitty corner pocket tuck with some interesting things in there. Here is a side tuck, and this is some beautiful handmade paper from another country. And lots of fun things for you to explore along the way here. And here's some wraparound of some old ledger with some beautiful old book pages inside for you to peek at, and some old business papers. And here's an authentic old ticket in a tea bag, and this whole envelope is removable, and there's some fun things inside it as well. Some old authentic tickets on there. And here's a beautiful bookmark. This is the accordion bookmark that opens up. And this is just a fun little pocket over here where you can put fun things. I put an old check from 1892 in here. And there's some other fun vintage and very interesting ephemera. So if anybody is really interested in the old stuff, this one has a lot of old stuff in it. And for those of you who are just interested to see the old stuff, here's an old handwritten letter. Or you're a collector perhaps, or you're just curious. You're just paper curious. All right, here's a little flip, place to write. Maybe you want to write notes about what you find in here, or maybe something to give you ideas. We have a little booklet in here called the Single Channel Ground Airborne Radio System. So just kind of very interesting stuff. You never know what you're going to find in a Paper Outpost junk journal. Here's a beautiful picture of school children. I believe this is from Russia. I've just acquired a nice collection. That looks like Russian, doesn't it? Yeah, a nice Russian collection of photos, and they're amazing, and I cannot wait to share them with you. So I'm beginning here. This is a beautiful removable, this was made from it's a journal card, and it's made from a masterboard. That was a lot of fun. Here's a little collection of stamps I tucked in here, and here's a little booklet, and there's a little pieced together little creative booklet inside of there, and behind here hides a real this is the book that gets the babushka chicken ladies. I love these ladies. I love this picture. This reminds me of my grandmother so much. She would be my grandmother right there. Hi, Grandma. I love your babushka. I would wear a babushka today. Why not? Let's bring it back. Let's make it en vogue. Yes. Here's called a tearaway notebook. Just some fun pieces for you to play with. Here's an old article from a very old paper. Here's a bookmark made from the spine of the Edwardian lady, our old friend Judith, Edith Holden. Here's another one of these cards, but this time I turned it into a place to write. So she lives permanently in here. The other one is removable. More hand-drawn flourish on this one. This is a cabinet card, an authentic cabinet card of these beautiful children. More dictionary page, more little flip-ups for you to write things. These are very fun. I believe these came from the Baking and Cooking collection. DigiKit. And here is just a junk mail envelope turned into a place to store some pretty stickers. And these have some snaps through the page, which I thought was a lot of fun. If you've never done that, that's a lot of fun for journals. And here is a vertical or a horizontal belly band holding all sorts of fun stuff in here. And it's just a piece of old postage, but it was just beautiful and I wanted to honor it. And there it is. Some rubber stamping. This is a removable book that we made the other day. It's making a book out of book pages. I won't open it up, but I do have a video on that, and I will try and link that down below. And here is the very last. I put a cool picture in here with some more interesting ephemera, and I decided to leave the back blank. I did stamp and sign this, and I wrote "Create with Reckless Abandon," and so there she is. So she is for sale in my Etsy shop as of the uploading of this video, and I thank you very much for your interest in her. She's very excited to meet her forever home, whoever that may be with, and you know, she was so much fun to make, and I'm hankering to make journals like crazy now, so I'm doing my best to make them, but they do take a while to make, and I don't want to rush the process. I want to honor it and enjoy the whole journey along the way. So if you like old books and you like old ephemera, then maybe Blessings needs to come home to you. So if you didn't happen to catch Blessings, then I encourage you just to make your own. You know what? Sometimes we just need a little nudge, and this might be it, that, hey, I missed that one, but maybe this is my time now. So thank you very much for everybody who's been around, and don't forget you also do get the hand-drawn art along with this. And my videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays Eastern time. I know a lot of you have heard this before, but for the new folks, here we go. I have a podcast, which is audio, and it comes out Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's called the Paper Outpost Podcast. You can just Google it or click the links down below, but it's free to listen to anytime, and there's 3 years worth of material. It's all new material, different from my videos, and it is like paper crafting, junk journal making, life of a crafter, answering your crafty questions from YouTube. I also have a free monthly emailed newsletter. If you haven't signed up for that, make sure you sign up for that, because, hey, that is you're going to get a free monthly image delivered to you via email, free every month. And you're going to get some other interesting little perks and things like that in there as well. I also have a Facebook group. Come on over and join our Facebook group. We're doing weekly and monthly challenges as well as seeing what you guys are inspired to make from my videos. I love your creations and your inspiration. Thank you so much for coming on over. We're growing like leaps and bounds. And I have an Etsy shop where I sell bundles, and I make packages of old ephemera, old paper, ledger, postcards, newspaper, receipts, tea cards, all sorts of very interesting things, and I put them together in 100-piece packets and I mail them off to you. So if you're interested in something like that, if you really want to feel the old papers in your hands, they are there available for you. You don't need those to make junk journals. It's just kind of fun because I kind of blended my two passions together, collecting old stuff and making books. But if that tickles your fancy, it's available to you. I also sell digital kits, or I call them DigiKits, and they're printable downloads. You just purchase them and print them down on your computer or your printer at home, and then you can have all sorts of fun pictures to play with in your junk journals to make pockets and tucks and things like that. If you don't have a printer, or you don't want to go down to the Office Depot and have them printed out for you, I do offer a print and mail DigiKit service, where if you pick out 10 DigiKits and send me the names and click on the print and mail option, I will print them out for you. You'll get 50 pages total, and they will be off on their way to you, so you can have some fun with those digital images as well. I have an Amazon shop, so come on out and check my favorite tools and supplies. So if you see me using something like black soot ink and you are looking for it, that might be a great place to start. Also, you can find me on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and all my links are down in the drop-down box below. Please like, subscribe, and share, and click the notification bell. And remember that fun can be simple. And create. Where's Sonny? Sonny? I can't find him anywhere. Sorry. Yeah, he'll be back next time. Create with reckless abandon, everybody. Make sure you get your big dose of fun today, no matter what. Take care, everyone. Bye.